fracture the light. You can't help but shine. And I know that you carry the world on your back. But look at you tonight. The lights, your face, your eyes, exploding like fireworks in the sky. Set fire. Touching your body while you're pushing on me. Don't you in the party, I could do this all week. We'll be dancing till the morning, go to bed, we won't sleep. Chumma, 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 kiss it, daddy, body. Touching on your body while you're pushing on me. Don't you in the party, I could do this all week. We'll be dancing till the morning, go to bed, we won't sleep. Chumma, 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 kiss it, daddy, body. Look what we found, karma reached out into our hearts and pulled us to our feet now. You know the truth is, we could disappear anywhere as long as I got you there. When the sun dies, till the day shines. When I'm with you, there's not enough time. You are my spring flower, watching you bloom wild. We are surrounded, but I can only see the lights. Your face, your eyes, exploding like fireworks in the sky. Pushing on me. Don't you in the party, I could do this all week. We'll be dancing till the morning, go to bed, we won't sleep. Chumma, 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 kiss it, daddy, body. Touching on your body while you're pushing on me. Don't you in the party, I could do this all week. We'll be dancing till the morning, go to bed, we won't sleep. Chumma, 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 kiss it, daddy, body. You're glowing.
पाके तू धनक फिर दी की वे रब ने दो नाड़ा उते नीलम जड़े चम 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 के सितारे वर्गी touching on your body while you're pushing on me. Don't you in the party, I can do this all week. We'll be dancing till the morning, go to bed, we won't sleep. Chum chum के सितारे वर्गी touching on your body while you're pushing on me. Don't you in the party, I can do this all week. We'll be dancing till the morning, go to bed, we won't sleep. Chum के सितारे वर्गी body while you're pushing on me.
All right, y'all. Really? Hold on just a minute, y'all. All right, y'all. Sorry, I was talking to Mariah. Well, welcome in, everybody. And if you're having issues hearing, it's your issue because everybody else is hearing me. And if you're having issues hearing me, then you're not hearing what I'm saying either. So I don't know what's going on over here. But anyhow, welcome in, everybody. Glad to see y'all. Hope you're having a good Sunday. I have had a pretty good Sunday. I've been home alone until just now when the kids got home. Or at least Mariah and Eli are home. They went to church and then they went to help Brindley move, and now they're back. So, shush, Tom. Then I went live on TikTok with Sweet Cheeks for a little bit. Did some battles to get some gloves because I have a big battle tonight at 8 o'clock over there. And I heard that Robbie went live again. And I heard that the most delusional bitch on the planet continued to stay live last night for quite some time. After I ended, I actually got to sleep at a decent hour last night because Sweet Cheeks did not have internet. So I actually got some sleep. I slept for about 7 hours, which was great. And I woke up and went back to sleep. But anyhow, so I wanted to say a few things, and then anybody that wants to come up can come up because I'm going to talk about some of the stuff that's happened. But a couple of things that I wanted to get out there. And I did need that. Yes, I did. And, we know that, neither Scotty, Wyoming, nor Nikki watch me. Sure you don't. So somebody make sure to tell them what I'm about to say. One thing that I have never cared about is morons and their opinions. And the message that Scotty posted last night about her boyfriend. Scotty, I know that you probably think that pissed me off because your flex about your boyfriend being able to physically touch you. And I know that for some reason you think that is a, a selling point on the fact that your man is there with you. What I saw in your community post, other than blatant racism and ignorance, is your own need for validation in your relationship. Because you were trying to convince yourself, sugar booger, that your man is all that. I don't have to. And, it's very funny to me that y'all have so many issues with the fact that Sweet Cheeks and I have a relationship. Now, y'all can continue to make up these fantastical theories like Nikki did last night. And you can continue to think that, oh, it's not real, they're faking, he couldn't possibly, whatever. Y'all can continue that until you're blue in the face. But it's not going to change. It's not going to change the truth of the matter. And here is a reality. You have just literally in the last 24 hours claimed that your jailbird abusive boyfriend cheapskate boyfriend because he don't want to buy hamburger meat. You claimed he is a veteran of the armed forces. Where? And you also said he was 30 years old. No, he's not. No, he's not. We literally saw it on his arrest report. It shows how old he is. You're a liar. You are a straight up liar. And I know that you did it to try to make yourself look better. Honey, nothing makes you look better. Nothing. Not your folding over shoes, not your thin, wispy ass hair, not your boobs that you think everybody wants to see, your dentures. None of those things make you attractive. And your constant need for validation by others is one thing. But when you make a claim that somebody is indeed a veteran of the armed forces, you better be telling the damn truth. Because stolen valor is a thing. And when you're out here making claims that somebody is a veteran, see, y'all have to lie. And you have to assume and you have to make things up. I don't. And what's interesting to me is this boyfriend of yours that you claim is a veteran of the military is 23 years old. And he has a record that's public. We all know that at least for the last 2 years, he's been incarcerated multiple times for domestic violence against you. So when exactly did he have time to serve in the military? And what kind of discharge did he get? What branch? You can't even figure out how old he is. One time you say this, one time you say that, the next time you say this. I have never once said Sweet Cheek's age. Not one time. And I'm not going to, because it's none of your business how old he is. None. Not only is it none of your business how old he is, but Scotty, aren't you embarrassed? Well, no, you're not. People like you don't know what embarrassment is because you're too low class to realize that you're trash. Because trash, trashiness, trashy behavior, and just general trash baggedness is what you're used to. You're just trash all the way around. You think that it's a flex to be the worst person, to do the worst things. No, Shug. That just confirms you're trash. That's all. And for a grown-ass woman in her 50s to think that being called the worst person on a platform on social media, if you think that that is a flex, and I get it, you get off on it. You get off on people claiming or saying that you're evil because that makes you feel good. And you don't get much of that, do you, Scotty? You don't get much validation from your man, your man's man, your man who does man things. You don't get much validation, do you? You don't get much in the way of romance, do you? And you can claim that his hands do anything and everything, but the main thing they do is knock you upside your head, ain't it? Because you was bitching about a TBI from a car wreck, and that car wreck was his fist. Not just to the internet, but also to Lonnie. Yeah. I don't have that problem. And you and Nikki and Robbie can sit there and say that, you know, Sweet Cheeks and I don't have a real relationship, that this is all fake, that we're just putting on an act, that I'm getting paid, he's getting paid, I'm scamming, he's scamming, we're scamming. I don't care. And he doesn't either. Neither one of us care. We don't care what you think, and we certainly don't care about your opinion. He thinks y'all are all a joke. And he's right. See, I don't need to come on this platform and listen to y'all to be validated. He validates me all the time. I'm not sure that's quite the right word, but yeah. And it's funny to me that y'all have so much to say about the fact that he's in another country and that this is a long distance relationship. Do you know how many people start out in long distance relationships these days? A lot. Do you know how many people meet on the internet? A lot. And I realize that the ignorance between y'all is at astronomical levels. But you would think that at some point y'all would realize how absolutely ridiculous y'all look. I mean, we've got old Hoofalots over here, Wyoming. Last night literally challenged me to a duel of knife giveaways because she's imagined that I said I was going to do that. Insinuated that I copied her previous knife giveaways like I even knew she did them. You deleted that live real quick, didn't you there? Wyoming. Because you look like an absolute fucking idiot. Because you are. You are. And then, Nikki, oh, infinite wisdom, has had an epiphany. And she's done her research, y'all. Don't forget. She's had an epiphany while she was setting up her cat's room. And done some research. And Sweet Cheeks family is paying me $30,000 to pretend I'm in a relationship with him to lay the groundwork for ice. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. If you tried, you couldn't make this shit up. You couldn't. Oh, I'm going to play it for y'all. But before I do that, I'm going to show y'all this post that Scotty made. Because the things that she says in this post are not even, I mean, the post itself, the majority of it, I don't even care about because it's so obvious that it's a desperate attempt for her to validate her relationship in the eyes of this community that it's a joke. So this is Scotty's post. And the only thing that aggravated me about this, and Sweet Cheeks was on panel when we saw this to begin with. The only thing that pissed me off about this is the first 2 lines. And if anybody wants to come up, I sent the links to y'all if y'all want to. So this is the part that pissed me off, where she says, "Put your boyfriend to bed, ma'am. He looks tired." Or maybe that is just the look of third world poverty in his eyes. That's the only part that bothered me at all. The rest is just dumb. That is racist. Not only that, but she has literally just offended an entire ethnicity of people. And I'll tell you something else, Scotty. You know, you talk about him looking tired, third world country poverty. You had to beg for money for a chocolate bar, you fat bitch. And yes, I said you're fat because you are just like me. Him and his family have literally, for the last week, been feeding homeless people and the poor. How many times have you done that? Oh, I forgot. You're the person that is distributed to because you are the homeless and the poor. You would be the person that he was feeding if you were in his country. A broke down, disgusting sack of shit that has never hit a lick at anything in their life, who is an absolute failure at everything they've tried to accomplish. And I don't care if you have a degree. What are you using it for? To sit in your trailer and get beat on? Because that seems to be all that you do. And it's interesting that you have pontificated so much about the virtues of your boyfriend. Yet it was just a few days ago that you were on here crying about a life and death situation that old Blue Eyes there took all your money and ran. He ran back. And why can't your man buy you a candy bar? So I'm going to scroll up and let y'all read the rest of this. The rest of it's disgusting too, but nothing like the first one. So let me dig into this a little bit. You have no clue how amazing my man is, and you never will. You're right. I never will, because I don't associate with trash. And he has to be just as much trash as you are to associate with you. And bitter hoes, which I'm assuming you're talking about Amy and Tiffany, who both look 100% better than you. And now your boyfriend is not only a poet, he's an artist and a composer. He's also strong and handsome. Well, you should know about strong from his punches. With the most amazing hands. Yeah, those hands that reach out and touch you, right? Reach out, kabam, and knocks you upside your pop knotted head. Hands that hold me in every way a woman could possibly desire to be held. You mean in a chokehold? After he gets through knocking your head into the bed frame? Is that the kind of hold he has on you? And then she says, I hope your little guy gets enough nutrients and sunshine to grow big and strong one day. Until then, I'm sure you won't mind being the man in the relationship, right? I mean, you already treat him like a little bitch in front of the world, so it shouldn't require too much effort on your part. Well, here's the thing, Scotty. We've all heard your man and what he really thinks about you. We've all heard him screaming at you on lives. Not just once, multiple times. And you had to end immediately. We boss each other around because it's funny and we enjoy it. You don't enjoy anything. And what's interesting about this entire post, Scotty, is that you're so pathetic. And it's so obvious. Keep thinking and making, stupid ass comments about finding something to fit around me. Bitch, I'm smaller than you are any day of the week. And I've always looked better whether I was fat or not. I might look like a whole ass train wreck when I crawl out of bed. Ain't got no makeup on, my hair's messed up. But you let me paint the barn and I put your ass to shame any day of the week, and you know it. And not only, I am in no way, shape, or form anywhere close to the status that you have in society in general. You are a trap house dwelling, drug dealing, multiple felon, fired from Burger King working, shoes can't hold your ass up, don't know how to dress, not only for your age, but your size, trash bag. You are lowest of low class, and that has never been me. I would never associate with the likes of you in my real life. Ever. You are so far beneath me in every possible way. And keep making yourself, or try to make yourself, feel better until your boyfriend knocks you upside the head again. Then remember this poem. Does he write you songs to accompany the fist punch? How about some poetry? Does he illustrate that as well? Why doesn't he put gas in your car? Why doesn't he buy you chocolate? Why doesn't he buy you a drink? Because you're at the bar by yourself looking for old men. That's one thing you and Nikki have in common. Because who else is going to look at you? Oh, I forgot. You can't really tell if your boyfriend's looking at you or somewhere else because one of his eyes is wonky. And sugar, that boy ain't cute. Your man is not attractive in any way, shape, or form. He's got one good eye. And he looks like a tapeworm. All right.
This looks like a bulletin board post at the KKK cookout.
Isn't it lovely? No, the stuff with the Nikki stuff is, y'all, seriously. Oh, I forgot. She missed his ears. His ears are completely missing.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, you learn to draw, you learn to write poetry in jail, you learn to do all these things that pass the time because you don't get to watch TV or have a device. And you got to look like you're minding your own business as best as possible so you don't end up in the shower. So I imagine he's probably got leagues and leagues of nonsensical poems that make no sense. Probably a lot of religious stuff in there too, because those books are always available while everybody else has the regular books and hadn't put them back out there yet. That's why so many tattoo artists, the best, usually have done time. So yeah, I imagine that. But I'll tell you what, you'll never know what it's like, Scotty, to live in a third world country, because even you can stick out your ass and get a case of Milwaukee's Best out of it on probably a Tuesday. Just stand outside the beer joint. You probably have enough for that pack of menthols you're smoking and the free shots you get from the bartender when you blow him before he keeps the permanent band he has on you and the at the beer joint active from the last time he threw you out. So before you go talking about poverty and anything to do with a third world country, why don't you try going over there and living for fucking 24 hours? You wouldn't last 12 hours where Sweet Cheeks lives.
No, she wouldn't. None of them would.
And I'm talking in a full costume where they wouldn't know that you were a privileged ass white American.
Nope.
You could be in full fucking costume and still not make it through 24 hours over there.
Well, number one, she'd never make it because she couldn't get there.
Well, no.
She couldn't afford to fly there. I mean, it's $1,800 one way. There's no way that she could get there.
I'll pay her way. One way.
She can't get to the corner store to get a candy bar.
I mean, is this what you're doing, Scotty? Are you trying to get us to take up a collection to get you a one-way ticket over into the Middle East? Because we'll be glad to. I mean, I can't speak for Natasha, but us, there's a few of us over here that would love to see that happen. Can't afford a two-way ticket, See how long it takes you to get back to America. And I'm not talking about because of them or because of their culture or because of their people. I'm talking about you because of your unlearned ass. I bet you can't even name the country that Pakistan was involved with in the 80s.
Oh, just wait. Just wait. We're about to get to that ignorance. So last night, Nikki was live, and now, of course, she's threatened my entire family again. She said she was going after the people that were in my house because I was playing her stream, and apparently I have exploited her grandfather's ashes.
I didn't know that she even had ashes.
I don't have a clue because I never heard anything about ashes in the parts of her stream that I played. She was too busy going off on me. However, and I'm going to go ahead and apologize. The amount of sheer ignorance that you are about to hear from her, like, I knew that she was an absolute imbecile. But this is honestly the most embarrassingly ridiculous things. Oh, it is, Cinderella. Just wait. Just wait.
Yeah, it's India and then it's Pakistan.
Yeah, Pakistan.
Pop.
Yeah, just so yeah. Here, let me get it pulled up here and I'm gonna play it all the way through before I stop it because the amount, y'all, just get ready is all I know. It is unbelievable. I know, Amy. I know. Oh, hey, Granny Penny. This is her stream, and it's playing, but she's not come back yet from wherever she's gone this time. Jesus, take the wheel.
Did you notice in her little cat room that they're trying to like get the screen off the window? I had to screenshot it and zoom in, but I was like, yeah, that's just wrong to put a cat in it's not a living room, it's a bedroom.
I don't even know what it is.
With her little tablet.
Well, I was just curious, and I've had some conversations with.
Okay, hang on. All right, I think this is where it's fixing to start.
All right.
Here we go, I think.
I just don't understand.
Here we go.
Like, the obsession is ridiculous. Okay. I don't understand what is wrong with this woman? Nobody's talking about her. Isn't that what she wants? She wants people to leave her alone. She doesn't want people harassing her family. She doesn't like to be bothered. So what is she doing? What is she doing? She has no content. If she's literally restreaming me talking about my personal experience and my cat's room. How the fuck is that interesting? Do you want to know something? I've told you guys before, like, at least 65% of my oldest son's friends are either from India or Pakistan, right? So I was just curious, and I've had some conversations with them and their parents. Do you know that it is a very common thing, and I can't even believe this. It's actually, every single one of them that I spoke to, not only did I speak to friends of my son, but I also spoke to their parents who I know, because my son has been friends with all of them since kindergarten. Do you know that they told me that it's very common for men from India and Pakistan that what they do is they do exactly what this guy is doing to Natasha. However, what you guys don't know is everybody believes that Natasha actually is in love with this guy, and that Natasha wants you to believe that she is in a relationship with this guy. That's not true. That is not the case. Do you know what's happening right now? Indian families will pay women like Natasha,
Indian families,
between $20,000 to $30,000 to marry their sons, to get them citizenship. Because when that happens, when they get citizenship, they can then bring their family over. And what they told me is it's a tricky situation because as soon as ICE gets involved. So what Natasha is doing right now is she's laying all the groundwork to show proof that her and Sweet Cheeks are really in a relationship. That's what all this is. This is all fucking smoke and mirrors. It's all bullshit. This is just Natasha trying to lay down proof to show ICE or immigration, whoever, that they really do care about. That's what that condom thing was about. Natasha's more than likely getting paid by his family. That's what's happening. And so I was curious about that, and I looked it up.
So that's the gist of it. But she goes on into specifics about how long it takes to be a doctor in India. She doesn't even know that he's from Pakistan. And okay, she talks just then about the condom wrapper, and I have seen multiple people talk about that. So last night, when Sweet Cheeks was up on panel, I said, "Babe, what was that wrapper that you picked up the other night?" And he said, "Ketchup." It was from his burger that he ate outside on the balcony before he got on the live.
So
It
all this
wasn't-
shit about a ketchup wrapper.
Yep.
Wow, that's fun for
Yep.
them.
Mm-hmm. A ketchup wrapper. Yeah. So I'm not sure if he's impoverished, like Scotty says, or if his family's so rich they can afford to pay me $30,000 to bring him over here. I don't know which one it is. I don't know. I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm. The ketchup wrapper gate, you guys. Oh, and then Crafton fell off. Okay. Run in the pain. His friend says that they eat burgers all the time. Yeah. Isn't that great? You didn't even have to beg online for it. Yeah, they had didn't Nikki have a whole, I watched the replay of last night today, and I'm like, okay, so Nikki has a whole narrative built up in her head as she Googles everything, which is just funny to listen to her Googling and then literally reading as though she's super intelligent. But she has a whole, it's all to avoid ICE, you guys. Don't you know? So there you go. Practice safe relations. Stock up on your ketchup packets. Ketchup packet. Yeah, Amy. I thought that was interesting too. Yeah, I got to make sure the ketchup doesn't have a hole, so just squeeze it a little bit first. Kraft says he had to rage fall off and angrily grab his phone. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm like, I guess it's definitely not the first time we've seen that. She gets something in her head and then she creates a whole narrative about it. I think she watched too many soap operas in her day. Ooh. His parents pay in rare gemstones, such as emeralds and rubies. Oh my gosh, you guys. So Natasha will be super bling blinging. Hey, Lynn. Right, Ika? Now we know. We need to get our jewelry game up. We know just what to do. They're just... Yeah, Lady Witch. Well, that's what I mean. She doesn't even know. Well, and what's funny is that she has this. So Nikki has this story. It's not the first time we've heard it about her son's friends who are also from India, Pakistan. I don't know. It calls that into question too, doesn't it? That she's confusing. She didn't even remember where he's from. But she has this side story, and that's another thing that is becoming obvious to me, is that that's another standby, because that's how she makes herself a faux expert in something. I haven't heard Portuguese yet, but she doesn't know how to pronounce Pakistan either. She's trying to sound fancy with it, and instead it's like he's like, "What did you say?" Yeah. Well, Breezy, what I'm noticing, it's like the funds. I thought this yesterday with the funds. They pick and choose what they want to pretend to not understand is a joke or satire, you know?
Oh, sorry, the landlord was at the door. Freaking stray dogs tearing the trash out everywhere.
Yeah. Crafton needs some ketchup packets.
Well, that's the part that was so funny last night because I asked him because I genuinely didn't know I knew what it wasn't,
Right.
but I didn't know what it was, and so I just asked him, and I'm like, "What? Oh, I didn't know. Hold on.
What?
Got
What did you just put in chat?
Who?
You.
Oh, I was in the middle
Oh,
of
Jesus, I just saw it.
Craft.
yeah.
Oh my God.
She slipped up. She was trying to say, yeah, because it had a little glitch in it on my end, so I don't know if it really happened or not. But so I heard Kakakistan,
But Breezy,
Kakakistan.
But Breezy, here's the thing though, they don't get the fact that he was joking. They don't get the fact that he understands the stuff that we say well enough to joke around and be facetious about things.
Mm-hmm.
They don't get that because they're ignorant. There's the link if anybody in the chat wants to come up. So, I mean, I don't know. This mess last night, literally, I was mind blown at the shit that they come up with. Because I'll tell you something. The day that I wasted my time putting on a show for ICE, are you fucking kidding me? Yeah.
I was dead. Well, and because I commented I was doing the replay and it was just into the Wyoming stuff. And I'm like, what the fuck? I was already in like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
man?
as if that wasn't enough. Yeah.
Right. And then it's just as time goes on and we get it, then here comes Nikki. And then it ends with Scotty. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on around here anymore? Like, these people can't be serious.
Well, they're unlearned.
They are serious. That's the scary part.
Yeah, because they think they believe their bullshit dribbling out of their faces.
I mean, I was just like, when she started in on about me being paid and then it was all an act and all this mess, I was literally over here with my mouth open. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's when I fell off. I was in the middle of saying, guess who else pays for, someone to be married to a United States citizen? Every single country on fucking earth, and it's generally the wealthy of that country. So step in line.
It just, the amount of ignorance. And then she goes on to read statistics about marriage scams in the United States and what the penalties are for marriage scams.
Yeah.
Yeah,
University of Google. And it's like watching her brain in action because she gets so off of the ketchup packet that they've made into a condom wrapper. She's got her hypothesis, and now she's it's like just watching her skip along in her trail of consciousness, and it's dumb as fuck.
But it's
she
not
just
just her.
Well, you should have seen her last night with her analogy of how long it takes to become a doctor. I mean, she was reading it straight out of Google, and she's too dumb to realize it just depends on what kind of doctor you're going to become, and there's multiple different kinds of doctor.
Well, isn't that too where like midway through she's like, oh, well, this is for Pakistan. He's from Pakistan. Oh, okay. She was looking at India.
Like she didn't say Pakistan to begin with. That's because the bitch can't keep a thought. She also was apparently picked up from the crazy house unconscious.
Oh, I heard that too. Yeah.
I mean, Jesus.
Well, didn't she end? Then she ended, or at least your live your part like ended, and she's like, all right, well, I'm gonna go and take my medicine.
Oh yeah, but she didn't. She kept going.
Yeah, that could be a problem.
Well, she said, and then she's talking about her kids throwing tuna at her, and I'm just like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Well, then remember when she she was supposedly, I don't know what she was eating. She said it was a tuna fish sandwich or something, but it sounded like she was chewing on a sponge, and it was just great in Tiffany's nerves. Tiffany was like, "It doesn't sound like tuna doesn't sound like that." She said, "It sounds like you're eating a sponge cake."
Oh my god. Yeah, the tuna story was it. She just, that's what I mean. She's like, yeah, she can't follow with that.
And I'm over here thinking, okay, wait a minute. So you've just gotten rescued from the crazy bin, unconscious. They brought you home. You've slept off the medications, and your kids, instead of getting you some food and bringing it to you that's already prepared, bring you cans of tuna?
I can't remember who it was last night. They said no wonder her cat tries to go after her dentures and she eats tuna all the time.
Yeah, it's stuck in the middle. Yeah, it's stuck all throughout it. Yeah.
Well, I thought that's where she was going because she had just done the tour of the cat room, and I'm like, so when she mentioned the tuna, I'm thinking she's about to say it's for a cat or something, and so she's like, because I just love tuna, you know. And then she gets into her like tuna sandwich story, and I'm like, so your kids like dropped off cans of tuna?
I know, right, Kiki? I'm just over here. And when y'all, I'm not kidding y'all. There's not much that surprises me anymore. But when she popped off with that we were just making this shit up, and for me to get money from his family to get them here, number one, it doesn't matter if he gets here or not. That doesn't mean he can get his family here. It doesn't work that way. Yes, if you're here and you have citizenship, then you can sponsor family members to come here. But
there's a whole process you have to go through. It's not even, you can't
you just don't get here and say, all right, y'all come on now.
Yeah. The only way that works is if they have minor children. If they have minor children, it's completely different. It's a little bit different. But if it is, even if you have a child that is 18 years or older, then they still have to go through the same process if it was your mother or father or whoever. You know what I'm saying? Brother, sister, whatever. But it just don't automatically happen like that. There's a whole thing they have to go through.
She didn't Google that part though, Jax.
I mean, it blew my mind, her uneducation of so many things. Life.
She's not even going through the Google results. She's just doing whatever Google spits out with the AI answer.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
And she's not even clicking on any of the links that it suggests in there either.
Well, no, that's what she's doing.
Clever. That'll be next. Next, I will be having a child.
An e-baby? Oh.
Listen, I'd have to have a surrogate.
I'll vote to. You don't need that for an e-baby.
Well, if he FedExes you,
shower, I volunteer.
So he can FedEx you a sample, and then you can go IVF.
Yeah, there you go.
And then you got to do
too far, Crafton, too far.
the third to fourth million fundraiser to get the rest of that million.
Well, first of all, there's no oven. Okay.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah. So there's no incubation going on
well,
here.
I'm trying to figure out what they're going to say.
Another incubator.
Oh, well, Wyoming now is going to say, oh, Natasha's trying to find a surrogate mother so she can get the whole family over.
A surrogate fund.
Jack suggested.
As a matter of fact, hold on one moment.
Oh, my God. So did you, Tasha, please tell me you read her post from last night or this morning or whatever time she did it about the night games, Wyoming. Please tell me somebody sent it. Oh my God, I should have sent it to you. So basically she's trying to, okay, so you were talking about how it was disturbing that she had pictures of you in a nightgown from like 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she's trying to flip it around on you now and say that's disturbing that you have feet pictures of her from 3 years ago. And I'm thinking to myself, your manky feet and her being in a nightgown are not even in the same ballpark, dude. Sorry. It's not
Well,
even a.
especially since that foot picture was like addressed to Natasha.
Well, and then on top of that, she was like, and then she tried to spin that, she has all these friends who send her things. She said that a friend sent her the picture of you in a nightgown.
Mm.
Okay,
Sure they did.
I've got my new fund up. Now, y'all make sure that you send tips and donations to this fund because I'm going to keep a running total.
We got to make this happen, y'all. This is exciting.
Yes, I have to be able to do this. So, pull out your pocketbooks.
I am excited. Are you excited, Kim?
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
do the e-baby shower. Yay.
You'll be an e godmother.
Well, it's presumptuous crap.
Oh, absolutely, Brooke. Absolutely, she's watching right now.
Where is she
But this
posting
one's
this stuff,
this
Jack?
one. This
It's
one isn't
on
going
her.
to be e-boarded.
It's her 307 Wyoming channel.
Well, she's doing shit and deleting it is what's happening.
Well, yeah, she is, but I see her Wyoming Adventures channel. She doesn't do all her drama on.
Yeah.
That's her main channel. It's a facade. It's like a cover up for her backup channel. That's where all her fucking dirty deeds are at.
Yeah, that she's deleting.
Yeah, that's what I say. But she dirty deletes. When she gets called out for her bullshit, and it
Posting
becomes
my
everybody
ass.
else's thing.
It's making me uncomfortable. Like, quit with the nightgown pictures. Quit with my butt pic. Like, it's you're making me very uncomfortable, Wyoming.
Me too.
Yeah. Do you think she stands out in her front yard with 3 other men and stand there like on the beginning of King of the Hill?
Maybe so.
They're like, we got another knife this morning. How many does that make now, Wyoming? Oh, that's 1,002.
She does kind of look like Hank Hill. I have to give you that.
I don't know what she looks like.
What, Ray?
Oh, I'll send it to you. I sent Breezy.
For the least of her concerns, her personality is like the hoof of a freaking broke down mule. She sits out here talking about drama. Leave me alone. Stop, bitch. You can't.
Well, yeah, she stirs up the drama. They want somebody to leave her alone.
Exactly.
And then deletes it like she didn't do it.
Yeah, like it wasn't her fault. Or yeah, she had nothing. No, I mean, she doesn't. I guess it doesn't equate to her that she's in Niggy and Robbie and everybody else's chat. She can go into and talks trash like we don't see what she's saying. I've never. Her and Bill are those two right there are the biggest followers I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they think they went to the Save Robbie school of how to protect yourself from YouTube taking your shit down. Remember, he was like, I'll only reveal this one secret.
Right.
It's like, yeah, dirty deleting is something people have done since the internet.
Yeah, well, she's
know that because she's been around since the inception of time.
Yeah, I think I remember her from Land of the Lost. That 70s show. She was.
Well, I mean, she's known
one of the dinosaurs.
That sounds about right.
She was one of the Slee Stacks.
Sounds about right.
Well.
Oh my God, Bible pre-sale. Yeah, she was around ordering the pre-sale version of the Bible. She's like, I got 3 coming.
I've been waiting for the sequel.
Or the prequel.
The prequel, yeah, the prequel.
Yeah.
She thinks she's something.
Missy, it's a bag of crisps. Crisps.
A bag of crisps.
Crisps.
Yeah,
You know,
pickle
what I was-
always be on that too.
what I was saying earlier though was that shit. No, she don't think you're doing no knife giveaway. She don't think any of that shit. She's somebody from over there has warned her that the initial knife video that she did that almost looked like there was a gun mixed in the motherfucker with her threatening tone of voice might have been just a little too close to the edge. And she's trying to cover her fucking ass and pretend, no. I meant it as a joke. I was just referring to this knife giveaway challenge thing, not I have enough knives to chop you up into little bitty fucking pieces the way it came off.
Well, yeah,
No, and I think you're giving her too much credit, Crafton. She sits here and watches. So she heard us be like, is that a threat?
Right.
You know,
Mhm.
she sits and watches. The second we mention a video that she just did, scurries over so she can like take it down. I mean, it's just so that it's dumb. It's almost like she's like waiting to see if somebody talks about it or something. But it's like, no, she heard us because it was. I mean, it was a low key threat. I mean, it was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she heard exactly because I mean, and it was. I mean, technically it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
She was definitely threats.
Yeah. And don't worry about it being deleted because the URL and the video itself were both downloaded.
Yeah.
So if you need a copy, let me know, Wyoming. I'll send one to your local judge.
Well, that's what she fails to realize is she leaves stuff up long enough for people to catch it, and it gets downloaded, and then when she deletes it, she thinks it's gone forever, but that's not how that works.
No, and
talks like she never did. Like, why are these people coming at me? Oh my god,
And they think there's this afterwards like deniability. Oh well, I thought better of it and took it down, Your Honor, or some shit. And it's like, no, that shows you hiding your fucking tracks.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey.
Can you hear me okay or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Hey.
I'm gonna close my roof. I actually am using the AC for the first time. That's how much I hate it.
And another thing, before I forget it, last night, whoever that person is that some of y'all knew that said that Sweet Cheeks went by some name, Ali or something like that. Needless to say, I've yet to get any proof.
What?
No, they're trying to wind you up. They're just trying anything and everything they can to wind you up. That's what they're doing. That's the term.
I know.
I have to tell you, I didn't get through all of last night's live yet. I ended up falling. I am just straight out exhausted. Just from moving, and it's been hot, whatever. But today I was listening while I was in the shower, and when I got to the part about you disparaging her grandfather's ashes, Nikki's grandfather's ashes, I damn near fell on the ground in the tub. I was so hard.
I missed it.
And I know you already spoke about that on here because I was listening while I was driving, but I'm like, are you kidding me? She's like,
no.
Natasha, if this is how you want to play, then this is how we'll play. Oh my God.
Yeah, she said she was going after my whole family. And
your whole family.
And I should be worried about the ones who live here in my house. And she was talking about Hannah's job, Dylan's family.
What else is new? They always say that.
I was going to say, Merb already beat you to that one there, Nick.
Yeah. Yep. Oh my God.
I'm gonna drop off for a minute. I'll be back in a minute.
I think that one there needs a lobotomy of some sort. I don't know. Some brain. There's some imbalance up there.
Well, just listen to this. I'm going to play some more of this shit. Just listen to how she goes on.
And guess what? This is a real thing. It really happens. And the only reason Natasha's doing any of this, Natasha knows that she's not in a relationship with this guy. He knows that. This is all just an act so that whenever the time comes, They can say, look at our history. This is a real relationship, except it's not. And I can promise you there will be, well, we already know there will not be any wedding, right? That's not going to happen. But it is very common for the families of these guys to pay women like Natasha that tens of thousands of dollars just to marry their sons and get them into the US.
You can't make this shit up, y'all.
Because once he's here, they can come. Bill, they do buy it. It does work sometimes. It does work. That's why it continues to happen. If you don't believe me, look into it, because I did.
That's sad when Bill don't even agree with her. I think she's an idiot.
Oh my
I don't
god.
think it's gonna work with her. Not it won't. They won't buy it with her. If that's what you mean. Oh, never mind. That's probably what you meant. Yeah. I thought you meant like ever, but no, you're right. They're not gonna buy it with it. No. But it is a real thing. Also, how old does she say he is?
Just wait. Here we go.
Hey, Taylor. How old is he supposed to be? I don't pay attention. Like, I don't really know exactly what is, like, I've heard people talking about his age, but I don't know. Isn't he like 20 something? And she's claiming that he's what does she say? He's gonna be a doctor in like a year or something? Yeah, no, he's not. Yeah, how old is he?
No one knows his age, Nikki.
$24.
No, he's not.
And she said, what did she say about his education?
This bitch is not talking about people's education. She has
He's
like
gonna be a
8
doctor?
fucking accounts she's locked out of that have different educations. The only thing that matches is her fucking high
I
school.
I mean, I honestly couldn't tell you because I don't.
I think she got pregnant at the age of 14 and never finished.
Exactly.
Didn't she say she got
Good
pregnant
question, Aurora. Anyways, I did speak to a few guys who were from India, and they told me that it takes like 10 years total. I'd have to look that up though, just to see, but
Go ahead and look up
Let me
India.
just
She's
check
not from
here.
India. Weirdo.
but I think that's what she's doing. I think she thinks she's going to get paid to marry this guy.
I think that you're a
Who's talking about
wackadoo.
me?
Double your dose, bitch. Like, you're so fucking weird. Butt out of people's life. And you don't know shit.
That's what I was saying last night. My niece is, she just turned 25 in May. She's got less than a year and she'll be a doctor.
Talking about me. Yeah, no, Bill, I said that. I corrected myself. Bill, I thought you were, I thought you meant like for everyone. And then I reread your message and I saw that you were specifically referring to them. Yeah, you were right. Absolutely. Okay, let me see how. Also, he told me, one of the guys told me, I asked him a question. Oh, he said that if it were real, because I said that it was my friend that was going, like, dealing with this. He said that if it were real, she should tell him to show her a photo of his driver's license or government ID, something like that.
Okay, so let me say this.
Oh my God.
Nikki, I have seen everything he has to show. Aching. I know how old he is. I know what his name is. And I'm not really sure why you're so focused on it. Well, I do, because you're over there making cat rooms while I'm having a good time. But maybe you should focus more on giving more blowjobs in the driveway.
Go find herself a plumber.
I'm just
Well,
saying.
no, Renee, it probably would not be a conversation. You're probably right.
Well,
I
I
mean,
still stand by that she just hasn't gotten laid since 1992. I think all her sexcapade stories are bullshit.
That's
I
probably why
agree.
she can't recognize what a condom wrapper looks like.
Yeah, it looks like a fucking ketchup packet to her. I know what that I've
Yeah, basically, Laverne, she's trying to
seen
say that
eh?
she's trying to say that if he won't show me his government ID, that he's lying to me. And she's trying to insinuate that I haven't seen anything that proves he's who he is.
I mean, how does she know this though?
Well, and that's what I'm saying.
Telepathically.
Subliminally, yeah.
Yeah, subliminally.
She's been sent subliminal
Because
message.
nobody could ever be happy, if she's not happy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and here's the thing.
Her
I guess I
son's
also,
friend from India.
I guess I also didn't see his brother's report card, right? From school with his grades and his parents' names and everything else, their address, their whole nine, whatever. I guess I haven't seen that either, right?
Well, it sounds like to me maybe she's been turned down by some of her friends, her son's friends from India, as she puts it, and that's why she's so bitter about everything.
Can
you imagine them coming over and she's like, so I have a friend who, I mean, just even in general, I'm sure they just love it. I'm sure that's why her kids drop off tuna and go.
This is one of the things that cracks me up, because this is literally like true crime, looking into things, suspecting things is what I do for a living. And these people act like I have just went into this like some dumbass teenager who doesn't know anything about life and how things works. I haven't questioned anything. I haven't gotten proof of anything. I'm just believing everything that somebody on the internet is telling me. And they also think that I'm just throwing money to them. But yet, in the next breath, Robbie says that I am possessed by the demon of greed. How can I be greedy and being scammed at the same time?
Well,
no, I was just about
I thought
to say
they were
that.
going to pay you.
Well, they
I
can't
was
make
just
their
about to ask.
mind.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to ask, how were you throwing them money, but they're supposed to be throwing you money to do this whole marriage scheme? Are they recycling money around? Or?
Yeah, she says, "Oh well, I know Indians. Like, they're two different cultures." I that really bothers me, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
Shadow, I did, and I've been eating yogurt too on top of that, and it helps a little bit. It's not as bad as what it was, but it's still, I'm still a little from it.
Who just said that? Someone in chat just said last time she was talking about her son's friends, they were Portuguese.
Yes, that's very true. She knew all about the Portugal people, people from Portugal. You know that?
Well, now they're Indian.
Yeah, now they're Indian. Well, that's what I said, though. I feel like maybe she's been turned down by some of her son's friends, and that's why she's so bitter about, Sasha's relationship.
Well, that's the thing that cracks me up the most about it. That these people think that I am legitimately going to put anything out here on the internet about my relationships. I mean, she claims to know everything about me since the time I was evicted from my mother's vagina. So, she should know that I do not talk about personal things on here.
Exactly.
I mean, I was with Dalton the entire time, basically until the last year that I've been on here, and nobody knew anything that I didn't want them to know. Nobody knew that we weren't living together. Nobody knew that we had basically been split up for a year before we actually officially split. Because I didn't tell anybody. It was nobody's business.
Nice. Well,
But
Wyoming's
so
threat
much.
video is on your website.
Oh, thank you. Let me see.
Crafton put the link in private chat. Internet's forever, Wyoming.
Yep.
Play that. Well, let me finish this first, and then I'll play that.
All right. So announcing Natasha's.
What should
Sorry.
it look like in India?
She said after we're done with this, Crafton.
Yeah, that's right.
No, the mods didn't even know. I didn't even tell my mods that Dalton and I weren't together. Because I had asked him to leave over a year before he actually left.
Yeah, that's what I said. Even the mods didn't know.
I don't talk about shit with anybody. I learned a long time ago.
Yeah, on here you can't.
When Tasha says she tells nobody nothing about anything, she means it. Jack, I think you can accept to that, having been in mod chat before.
Laura, you're like going in and out. I can only hear one other word.
Oh, shit. All right, I'll jump down anyway. I gotta go in the laundromat, so I'll listen.
Okay.
All right. Sorry.
That was fine. I just didn't know what was going on.
No, I don't know. I'm using speaker on my phone, not like I always do, not my Bluetooth in my car, so I don't know. But I gotta go in anyway, so no big deal. I'll listen.
Have a good one.
Could y'all
Have a good one.
I heard that. Okay. So, but what I was saying is, I learned a long time ago, especially with the whole mess with the diary, I ain't telling nobody nothing.
No. Well, you really can't. I mean, me and Crafton have gone through that. I don't think there's ever anybody that I ever confided in on this well, there's a couple people, but it's like, generally speaking, 98% of people, you can't, and it's not even a reflection on the person. It's just, No. And that's what's funny is that like these haters like talk like they know so much, and they don't.
Okay, now.
Well, after that big debacle with me and Pickle, we don't talk about anything private. We just kind of keep everything to ourselves.
I'm waiting for all of the tips and donations that are going to be flooding in for my having a baby fund. Right, here we go.
Y'all better give to this
and he
eBay.
said, well, what part of India is he from? And I don't know. So,
He fixed his bed again.
Oh, I thought that was you barking.
Okay, so it says here, becoming a doctor in India typically takes a minimum of 5.5 years for an MBBS degree and internship with a specialization, potentially adding another 3 to 5 years. So a specialist doctor might need 8.5 to 10.5 years of education and training. MBBS is a Bachelor of Medicine and a Bachelor of Surgery, 5.5 years, 4.5 years of academic study, and 1 year of internship. So, how old
But
is
he's not
he?
from India. And we all
And
could
it's
Google this
18.
ourselves.
Oh, he's from Pakistan. Okay, let me just look that up. I thought it was India, but okay.
Oh my God.
She didn't even know where he's from. Oh my God.
I can't. Even though she just said,
educating myself.
Pakistan.
I could be wrong though,
Oh.
so it's good to learn.
So weird.
No, your results may be off in the search bar.
It's crazy. I know. I've heard that they think I'm super boring. Okay, well, if I'm so boring, why is Natasha obsessed with me? And Tiffany's obsessed with me. We know that.
We're all
because
obsessed.
Tiffany
We're
restrains
all
me
obsessed
too.
with her.
I'm obsessed with being obsessed with you.
Becoming a doctor in Pakistan typically takes 5 years of MBBS,
Pakistan.
Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery, plus 1 year of
I've never
internship,
been to
post-job,
Pakistan.
totaling 6 years.
I'm sorry.
Specialization through residency programs can add an additional 4 to 5 years, depending on the chosen field. So, detailed breakdown: an MBBS degree, 5 years of medical school covering foundational and clinical subjects, house job, 1 year of supervised practical training in a hospital setting. Specialization, residency, is 4 to 5 years or more, depending on the specific field. Therefore, to become a fully qualified specialized doctor in Pakistan, you can expect to spend around 10 to 11 years in formal education and training. And didn't she say he was going to be a doctor soon?
Now, mind you, she has no clue how old he is.
No.
Or how long he's been in school.
And she automatically thinks doctor means he's going to be a surgeon or something, you know?
I'm going to Google something else here.
Nikistan. Oh my God. It's embarrassing.
And she still doesn't understand why we listen to this drivel. Because you're a joke.
Let's see what it says here.
You have literally made up a whole ass theory that I'm being paid $30,000.
Okay, so speaking of marriage scams, it says here, marriage scams involving U.S. citizens.
Here's where she gets to starting about this. And I'm going to tell you something. I said this last night too. They wouldn't have to pay me. Have you seen him?
Where does she come up with this 30,000? Does Google tell her that?
I know. I don't know.
Her son's Indian friends?
Yeah, Indians.
Yeah.
Everybody's an Indian because they have brown skin.
Yeah, apparently.
And individuals in Pakistan often involve fraudulent marriages intended to facilitate immigration to the United States. These scams can range from a U.S. citizen being tricked into a marriage by a foreign national to the U.S. citizen willingly participating in the fraud for a fee. The consequences can be severe, including legal repercussions, financial penalties, and potential imprisonment. So we go down to the types of marriage scams, and we find ourselves at financial exploitation. In some cases, the U.S. citizen is aware of the fraudulent nature of the marriage and accepts payment for their participation. That's what I think is happening.
Keyword there was foreign national.
Individuals or groups may act as facilitators, finding U.S. citizens willing to enter into sham marriages for a fee, and even assisting with paperwork and interviews with immigration officials. So, consequences of marriage fraud, which honestly, I'm not even, I don't believe that any of this is even relevant because there is no marriage that will be happening. Not in real life anyways. Maybe a virtual marriage, which I've seen done before. It's not legal, but anyways. Consequences of marriage fraud, legal penalties. Individuals involved in marriage fraud can face criminal charges, including fines and imprisonment.
Did this chick fail homeschool?
Foreign national involved in the fraud can be deported. Well, we know that. Financial strain. Sponsors which I believe he might need.
He's got to be the dumbest person to walk the face of earth.
Sponsors of foreign nationals through marriage are
I think she
legally
got
obligated
expelled
to
from
provide financial
homeschool.
support for a set
And
period,
kick her out.
even if the marriage ends.
And they changed the locks.
Let's have a look.
What a darn bitch.
What is this on Reddit? My sister got engaged. Wait. What is with the uptick in visa marriages? My sister got engaged, and during one of the meetings, he basically straight up said he was marrying her to get into the USA to make money for his family. Wow. So that's a thing, right? That they want to come here to earn money for their families. That's not okay.
When is she going to bring up Imam Omar? I mean, come on. She's got at least got a link or something that takes her to some factional bullshit about her.
I was just Googling about high dose lithium. And did you know they do that for schizophrenics? Maybe
Well,
I should Google.
That's exciting.
I have to say, this is interesting. This
there's a whole AI article that comes up when I put the question mark in. Shall we read it?
Okay.
Oh my God,
So if I'm suffering from schizophrenia,
ICE
I can
leading
double my
nationwide
lithium?
campaign to stop marriage. This was March the 24th.
Exciting.
I have pictures of my feet if Natasha wants them.
Ew.
Marriage fraud is a federal crime and can have grave consequences.
Did you hear what she said,
U.S.
Natasha?
Immigration and Customs Enforcement, which is
Guess what else is?
Homeland Security
She doesn't have it.
Investigations,
She won't show her
HSI,
face, but she's like,
Special
I have
Agent
pictures
Todd
of my feet,
Siegel,
Natasha, if you want them.
who works
I heard.
in HSI's Identity and Benefit Fraud Unit, said marriage fraud is neither a trivial nor a victimless crime.
Why do you figure your feet?
Marriage fraud poses a national security threat, damages the integrity of the U.S. immigration system, and endangers U.S. citizens who enter into these fake unions. To help educate the public on the dangers of marriage fraud, Siegel is spearheading an HSI nationwide campaign, which began last year to stop marriage fraud. A massive push of training, print materials, posters, and social medias is designed to inform U.S. citizens about the dangers of marriage fraud. HSI is alerting partner organizations of current trends and concerns, raising awareness and spreading the word to deter individuals from getting married under false pretenses. HSI's message is that U.S. citizenship, the most valuable benefit offered by this country, is not for sale, and there are consequences for those who commit this crime. What is marriage fraud? Basically, it's when a foreign national and a U.S. citizen get married not to establish a life together, but as a means for the foreign national to remain in the United States indefinitely. The goal of the foreign national who commits marriage fraud is to become a lawful permanent resident and ultimately a U.S. citizen. Foreign nationals who marry U.S. citizens do not have to wait for a visa. Oh.
I'm reading about schizophrenia, and that's my new vote for her issue.
Foreign nationals who marry
just learning about
marry
this.
U.S. citizens do not have to wait for a visa. And after a 2-year
did not know
period,
this. This
there
is
are
exciting.
no restrictions on status. Additional.
This is the boringest shit I've ever heard.
It's like a fucking infomercial.
NTs, listen, it cracks me the hell up that there are like literally last night, Wyoming, Scotty and Nikki were losing their ever loving minds about me and Sweet Cheeks.
Do you know schizophrenics have a blurred line between reality and fiction?
Imagine that.
So you're saying the lines...
delusions, disorganized thinking, and impaired social functioning.
I have all of those. So is that due to my schizophrenia?
It could be. We might need to get you on lithium.
That's exciting. That is exciting.
To Google it.
I will.
Okay. By the way, since you're white, you must be Irish, right?
I think I am. I think I could be.
From England, because
England,
there's not
English.
Yeah. All right, let me take this off of here.
I think I'm from a laboratory, but I'm not sure where it was.
But see, here's the thing that's so stupid about this, though, y'all. And I've said this, they just don't listen. He doesn't need a visa. He has one.
The way she acts like that was some kind of like smoking gun revelation. It's like, weren't you taught that in homeschool, Nikki? I mean, before they expelled you and changed the locks? I mean, didn't you get a degree in something that would have let you stumble upon the world's oldest way of becoming a national of any other country?
NC guy.
Yes.
Exactly. If
Yes.
Nikki had been this interested in closing out her mother's estate, she wouldn't have been having trouble getting her mother's things. Well, number one, Nikki's not the one that's over her mother's estate. It's her other sister, not Nikki. So that makes a lot of sense. What it sounds like to me is that everybody got what they wanted and left her with what they didn't want. And now she's pissed off because she didn't get what she wanted.
Well, you know, let me tell you something else that's interesting in that whole conversation. Is she wouldn't be saying the things she's saying if it was, like, for instance, I've never had somebody throw this at me when it comes to me and Pickles. Pickles from a completely different country. She's moving here. Never once has anybody said, "Oh, she's just moving here for to be a citizen." It's pretty racist to think just because of where he's from, this is why this is why this is going on.
Right. Well, and because she read a subreddit. I mean, I missed that part. It was just so she somehow went from Google to a subreddit of some absolutely unrelated person's story. And now it's all applicable. I mean, she's not right in the head, you guys. She's whack.
She's dumb and dirty.
No, and Siren's sitting up there shaking his head at the shit she's saying. Now, after she got through with all that mess, then she decided to go on and after Mariah again because, that's her favorite thing.
She's a piece of shit. She's a piece of shit for that. And then wants to sit there and be like, I don't understand why people have a problem with me. I don't even know them. Well, how about fucking leave kids alone? And more importantly, like leave Mariah alone.
Exactly.
Pisses me the fuck off. It just, they want to sit there and say so much bullshit. And in the meantime, it's like somehow they overlook the fact that even just bringing it up, it kind of throws shit in their face in the first place. It's like she's happy. She's graduating. She's heading off to college. Like, obviously, it calls into question what people have been saying for years.
Well, it also makes you're a 50-something-year-old woman going up over a 17, almost 18-year-old child.
Exactly.
I mean, what does that say about yourself? To me, that says you're a weak-ass fuck and you can't go after a woman your own fucking age.
Well, that's because most women her age, like myself, don't give her the time of day because we just consider her an absolute basket case.
Well, I can almost imagine, though, if this was in Mariah's face or she knew about it, she wouldn't give her time of fucking day either.
No, she wouldn't. Because she thinks they're all dumb.
Well, she's not wrong about that one. That's for damn sure.
Nope.
That's true, NC guy.
All right, let's see.
Hi, Natasha. How are you, Coops? Coops, I hear you're playing my content. Well, here's some more for you. You like knives, right? You told me you know all about them.
Don't hear about a giveaway in this, do we?
You know all about them, right, Natasha? What's the purple one, Natasha? What kind of steel do knives have? Don't just say steel. Tell me, Natasha, what is 390 steel? What are these two made out of? That's a Kubi, the black one. That's a wee knife. Come on, Natasha. You want to play my content? Yes. We have thousands of dollars worth of knives here. And Natasha loves knives. Let's see how much she knows about knives. What kind of handle is that, Natasha? Hmm? Yeah. Oh, this one you really get a kick out of, at least I am. Hold on. This one's really actually fitting for Natasha. Boop. Boop. Coops. Yeah. I bet you don't even know what this is. There she is.
Still no giveaway mentioned.
What are the scales on this knife, Natasha?
She has really hairy knuckles.
So much about them.
Well,
Brandishing the knife, even. That's what I call it.
Knives.
She showed her feet last night.
Did she do it again? Oh.
Don't take my word for
No,
it.
it was a clip that Tiffany had sent me, and you can see her feet.
Look them up.
Yeah, some messed up shit here, Wyoming. I can see why you deleted it.
Mm-hmm. Make sure you look them up. Am I supposed to be highly offended because you're sticking up for Lonnie and Rachel?
Oh, that's why the
no, I'm
knives are being shown.
Not offended at all.
Thought it was about a giveaway.
I figured that much. Your channel, Natasha, is nothing but other people's content. Am I right or not?
And your channel's something but deleted content that nobody watches anyway.
And by the way, all these knives are legal in my state, and I don't
Brandishing them
threaten anybody
again.
with knives or firearms, which people have said. I'm just a lady, outdoor lady,
That's
who loves
special.
knives,
Never
firearms, rocks, and outdoor gear.
You can't make this shit up.
Seems to be pretty cut and dried.
I just
You
feel like
can't make this shit
the YouTube mental ward like missed meds yesterday or something.
Yeah, and see the titles. That's her title. You know, it was High Old Coops. Didn't really say anything about giveaway. Let's do a poll.
And she deletes all her shit. I mean, right, Ike? I was thinking that too. I'm like, yeah, there's like an X-Acto knife. There was a box cutter in there, so I guess all her sharps just stay in the drawer. I guess.
No, but you notice in her, you know, oh no, this is all about some weird ass fucking giveaway, like, you know, trying to rewrite her shit. She only had a few knives, and they were all laid out, all like a collector, and it was all of this collection-y. Well, it's like, yeah, it's not what you started off with, was it? Look how many thousands of dollars worth of knives I have as I open them and brandish them about you playing other people's content and something about a Rachel and something stuff.
So this is Robbie's stream from this morning.
Spoiled and very aggressive when it comes to their food, and I find that to be insanely unnecessary and fucking rude. You know what I'm saying? Let's see if my computer is working now. If not, we're going to continue just from the phone. Let's see.
Who the hell's computer doesn't work and have to go to their phone? Oh, wait, I do.
I don't see any signal problem yet. I'm sure it's coming. Then they throw a fit and end up on YouTube as a crazy person. Yeah, or they just look there is no need to cause like a huge. It's much like what I'm going to talk about. These people that are completely fucking obsessed with every single move Scotty does, that I do,
Y'all.
Nikki, and it goes beyond getting their little feelings hurt. By the way, they literally go into every fucking detail. It's like,
hey, my feelings are enormous.
and I
Don't
do
you
too,
feeling
man.
shame me?
But I'll listen until I have enough, and I'm like, okay, yeah, you guys are fucking stupid. Natasha was playing my content earlier, and she paused to say, I do not care what any of these people say. I don't want to hear them talk.
Yeah, in real time, dumbass. I love to make fun of you after the fact.
You literally listen to our entire live streams on your live stream.
What did I just say?
I doubt you don't want to hear us. You
so
literally do
what do they not understand about replaying their streams? Why do they go to being flattered? Because you shouldn't be flattered. You should not be flattered that I'm playing your live streams. Because I'm not doing it in any way, shape, or form to flatter you. I legitimately am playing your live streams because you're all fucking jokes. And we laugh our asses off at the dumbass things y'all say.
that to yourself. Morning, Jess Ruby. You used to get takeout 90% of your meals until 2 years ago. Now you make everything at home. You got tired of driving to restaurants and waiting too long for your order. I really need to stop ordering DoorDash, but I have been eating more healthy lately. I really have. Since I stopped taking my Effexor and my Wellbutrin, my craving for donuts and sweets is like gone. I don't like, even when I think about them, I'm not like, ooh, I want one so bad. When I would see a glazed donut anywhere or think of one, I would have to not even just get one. I'd have to get like fucking 6 to 12 of them just for myself. I'm telling you, quitting that medication, that
He was taking both Effexor and Wellbutrin.
That's what I'm up here trying to figure out.
Effexor is for major depressive disorder. Wellbutrin is an SSRI as well. Why would you be? Okay. Yeah.
we ain't playing this bullshit game. Nope. Not happening. This shit.
What's that noise?
Hello? 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 Wait, why is it echo? 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 What the fuck? 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 Oh! 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 Is that better? Oh, hold on. I'm gonna put you in my ear buds. Thinking you could find something better now. All right. How's my sound? Are we okay? Are we good? It is so good. Oh, I have something to say about my salad, by the way. Literally, this is how obsessive these fucking idiots get, okay? So earlier, Natasha's playing my stream, my fucking drug test stream, which, by the way, I'm going to get into that in a second.
I didn't play that.
I said
I did not play when he was taking his drug test because I thought it was dumb.
I said on that stream, like, I had a salad wrap from Jack in the Box. Fucking Kim hypes up her fucking big mouth. And then she stops herself because she knows what's coming from my mouth.
No.
Say, I
said exactly what I thought.
And she stops herself.
He
Kim,
really
I
knows
go to
you.
Jack in the Box, or I order it on DoorDash to either get a salad or a salad wrap. Obviously, honey, you don't. But you might want to
Obviously,
switch from
dumb
your
shit.
regular
Last time I lived on the
large
West Coast
chocolate
was
shakes
14
and
years
fucking
ago.
4
you dumb
cheeseburgers and an
motherfucker.
extra large fry and a fucking 12-piece jalapeno popper and fucking 3 egg rolls and fucking
They
2
didn't
orders
have
of
all
the 2
that either.
tacos just for
14
yourself,
years
honey.
ago.
You should switch to a salad, bitch.
I got in a zinger because it was a fat
You
joke.
should switch to a salad.
You're fat, so your opinion isn't accurate.
No,
Like,
it's literally
that's an
just Jack in the
insult.
Crack. That's what we called it.
Jack in the Box.
Jack in the Box is like
Salad wrap.
West Coast.
Not your big ass. And I
yeah.
doubt you order a salad anywhere, honey.
Yeah, I'm
But
only
you
a
should.
vegan, you stupid motherfucker.
You don't even have Wi-Fi. They came and installed it years ago, and it was slower than your cell phone. They insisted, yeah, Wi-Fi kind of sucks sometimes. Irma, hey, Irma, dumbass Tiffany thinks that we're the same person. I'm going to play your video real quick. Is that okay?
No one thinks
Let
you're
me
the
show you
same
something
person.
real quick, folks. Gather around. Gather around. Tiffany's like, your voice gave you away. Tiffany, you's a dumb bitch. Gather around.
You sure seem to be responding to the accusation, though. That's interesting.
Why is my intro not playing?
Because you're lying, you're Irma. Haha, busted. Okay. I am such a bad person. My name is Bad Person Robbie. I am bad. Go. I'm going to hit my knee. Why did he bleep out the word knee too? That's
Show my hands.
Who knows?
Tiffany's not the brightest, man. She needs to lay off those hardcore drugs.
Yet she's 5 times smarter than you are. Isn't that hard to accept?
Okay, I'm going to show it.
Everyone's forgotten what it was you were supposed to show.
Hopefully
by
it
the way.
doesn't run like a piece of shit. I want to love that lasts forever and ever and ever. Have you guys been listening to Kesha's new album?
No, we haven't. It sucks, but
It is so good.
your drinking formaldehyde lately is starting to stink up the room.
Listening to that album at least 2 times in a row while I'm there.
I'm sure it brings all the
Your
boys
voice
to your
doesn't even
yard.
sound like me, Irma. Your voice in this video, I'm like, dude, I'm glad I got away from that when I did, because I do not want to turn into Tiffany.
That is whatever he likes sucks.
Needs to be on a t-shirt. I do not want to turn into that dumb bitch, especially her lifestyle.
Save Irma.
Her life fucking sucks. So what I was going to say first, before I play Irma's video.
Oh my God, whatever.
I was listening to AJ's video. Now, I shared Irma's video and AJ's video in my community post. They're both good.
Oh, Irma is AJ.
And I never thought of it this way before. Think about
Thanks for telling us.
You have people, and I mean, I say this repeatedly, that literally decided to try to ruin my life because I wouldn't choose a side, right? Mainly Amy and Natasha, just very bitter, envious.
Don't forget me.
Humans who have rejection issues. And they weren't even rejected. I just didn't want to choose sides and they fucking flipped a tit.
He wants to talk about
Yes.
rejection. The reason he said he went on Nikki's panel was because I ghosted him in messages. You are the original titty baby bitch that couldn't stand the fact that I wasn't arguing with you and didn't give a fuck what you said. The argument was no longer important to me because I knew you were going to be the same dumbass that you've always been. You've never picked a side, Robbie, because you straddled the fence with splinters up your asshole because that's what you like. You're a pussy. You don't fight your own fights. You're a disgusting excuse for a person. You hate yourself and you take it out on everybody else. You surround yourself with people that you don't care one thing about, and you treat them like absolute dog shit.
And it has been incontrovertibly proven that you have mommy and daddy issues. Call your parents. Call. Group therapy. Mommy, daddy.
Lyndon, he started the bullshit before he ever even announced his grape. He went live with Nikki the night before for the entire night about me. And then the next morning is when he announced his grape.
So next,
and that's what my title in this live was about. I'm so sick of these dumbasses lying or trying to rewrite what actually happened. I don't care how much you lie. You can't change history. You're just not. I can't help that your perception is flawed because of your ongoing drug usage and alcoholism. That's not me. I've never done a drug that wasn't prescribed, and I've never been drunk in my life. You're a piece of shit. And the only people who still sit with you are pieces of shit themselves or spineless idiots.
so you know, they're literally, you know, I lose because whether you like to believe it or not, my marriage, my animals, and my home, like that is my family, right?
I don't like to believe it.
Kim would say, and then I left my job, and then, you know, the arrested part, all of that shit. And then I get raped. So forgive me if I clap back at a bitch when their grandma dies, or their fucking aunt, or their sister, God knows how many fucking people. Because you guys sure as hell love to celebrate when other people lose their family, whether it's to death or anything. That's funny to you. You got Tiffany over there not educating herself, talking about fucking AIDS. Tiffany, you need to be careful with those needles. Because that whole AIDS stuff, that's going to come back to haunt you.
Fuck.
Plus, she shouldn't shoot up drugs.
You should show proof that she shoots up drugs.
Oh.
And
Jess
that's not
lovely,
proof.
isn't she? All right, so let's show Irma's video. Let's see. Tell me if Tiffany thinks she. First of all, I didn't think Irma was a secret. Are you a secret? I never saw you as like a secretive, like, ooh, it's a mystery who Irma is. Whenever you come around, you're like, Irma. So apparently Tiffany says, this is my voice and this Irma is me.
If it's not, why?
Irma, I really don't. Like, look at how many people fucking tease me about, oh, I want peace, I want peace. Well, you should have let me have my fucking peace, bitches. And then when I finally snapped because they fucking mistreated me horribly, then they call me the worst person on the planet. So which one is it? Am I cheesy because I want peace, whatever?
Do they tell you what you are? You're a titty baby bitch. You're a titty baby bitch. Titty baby bitch. You like to rage out on everybody else for anything that you perceive they have done wrong to you, but you can't take one little bit of a clap back because your skin is thin, probably from the spray tan that makes you look like a roasted pecan.
Looks embalmed.
And then you like to make yourself out to be a victim because, again, you're a titty baby bitch. There's nothing about you that is intimidating or badass other than your ass apparently leaks shit.
Mommy issues.
Or am I the worst person in the world? No, you guys are the worst person. Not you, Irma. These bitches are the worst people in the world, but they can't handle what they dish out. They can't even take a taste of their own medicine or how they treat people. And I'm telling you, folks, my intuition is usually pretty good. All right, especially when I'm focused and I work out and stuff like that. My intuition gets really good.
Fucking dead, you guys.
That's why, like, I don't wish karma because I already know my intuition. Tiffany's going to end up on the streets, and her kid's probably going to end up in foster care because Jeff's not going to take it. She's going to get worse with her addiction. Now, again, these are my predictions.
No, that's what happened to you
and
your
she's
last
not even going to
hamster.
remember YouTube
You
exists.
stupid fuck.
Probably in a year or two, because she's going to
shit.
be fucking busy either hitting her rock bottom and like feeding her addiction, and it's going to get worse, or she's going to have no choice but to like get a fucking job, and she's not going to have time for YouTube.
A lovely
I see the
home,
same thing happening with Amy, just not with drugs.
A man who cares about
With
her.
Amy, I see her couch hopping on her
Pretty
children's
sad,
couches,
isn't it?
because I definitely in the future, Chad's definitely going to dump her ass.
His intuition,
but I don't see her like
is
getting into
the rats
drugs or
talking to
anything,
him.
except for her
I
normal Adderall, her high Adderall levels.
Just like
I
mom.
definitely see her
Just like
being
mommy
like
dumped
that
you.
grandma that never did anything with her life, like the failure to launch grandma that sleeps on her kids' couches until her grandchildren grow up, and then she's going to be couch hopping on her grandkids' fucking couches because she's never going to fucking get her shit together. She'll never
Just like
work
mommy.
for herself and take care of herself. Those are my predictions.
Just like mommy.
And I also
Take a look at
predict that
mommy.
Natasha's going to end up in prison one day for like a huge scam.
Where
I feel
mommy
that
should
coming
be.
on.
Because
I just
mommy
do.
should be there.
No, he's self-projecting. It's like these are his words about himself that he can't bring himself to own because he's a titty baby bitch.
Which is mommy issues. I agree. I agree. He is.
Oh my God, Crafton. Shut up.
Save mommy.
He had to throw the part in there about me and the scamming.
Good morning, y'all.
Just
This
like
is
mother used to
the
do.
one, the only Irma Berman. I was just thinking, you lying, you shut the hell up. You
Yeah, no wonder.
Is this Irma Vermin? Well, geez, that would be Robbie. Is this it, you
no
guys?
one wants to hear your half-baked.
Yeah,
You
sometimes
call
that's
it
not me.
cheese.
That's
And you, Rachel Townsend, let me tell you something, bitch. You're up on panels, you up in chats harassing a gay man.
Is he talking or playing that video?
Assaulted.
He's playing the Irma
By
Vermin
your
video.
Ellen
So remember,
Wow.
Tiffany's dumb for
use
figuring
your
out that it's him, right? Because that doesn't sound
You
exactly
need to
like Robbie.
prioritize.
I thought that was me. I mean, oh well.
Voice changer apps and shit. Apparently, he
Yeah.
thought he was overconfident.
Irma, and I'll talk to
He
y'all
should have
later.
used one.
Good night. Oh, we love you, say Robbie, precious baby boy, and fuck off, Amy, Granny, Fanny, because Irma's coming for you, and you, Natasha Cooper, and you, Kim and Crafton, and Jax. I haven't forgotten about you, bitch.
Well, that seems like a probation violation to me.
Yeah, Vicky, it sounds like nothing like me. Look at some of these comments. Look at this.
Is he serious?
Tiffany has got to be.
Really
I don't know how many hours a day.
I'm not kidding. I thought he was saying this. I didn't know he was playing the video.
It's pretty much 7 days a week at this point.
Sounds nothing like me.
Look at even Pesky said, "Oh my God, this is Robbie 100%." That's another drunk. But here's Tiffany, the Baldylocks account. She says your voice is giving you away.
Yeah, I didn't
Irma
hear
says, "Hey,
that.
Baldylocks, join us. We're gonna do amazing things like Elon Musk."
Fucking, that's totally him.
She's not the brightest crayon in the box. I just thought that was funny, Irma. I'm glad you showed up while live, Irma.
He's
I mean,
talking
you
about
literally.
somebody. That's grand.
Hey, Kathy. Good morning. So listen up, bitches. This is important information. So I hear some people, like last night, literally. What? By the way, what happened to that smartass Bella bitch that came in my chat yesterday? Where are you, Bella? I'm waiting on my apology from you. Hey, your cords are a little tight. It's all good, Irma. So apparently yesterday, when this bitch comes in my chat and she's like, you need inpatient, and you need help like I'm on drugs. I literally sat here, ordered DoorDash. They went to CVS, picked me up an at-home drug test. I put a jock strap on so you could see that there's no cord, there's no hose. My ass was wide open, which, by the way, you're welcome for showing you my ass, but I went back and edited. I put a little blur tool on my ass. And my ass looks good. I will say that. So I did that to show people, and I did it in the corner to show, like, there's nothing around, no fake pee, no nothing. And they're still like, he faked it. He faked a test. Well, guess what, bitch? On Twitter, I could show my dick. So the next drug test, I put them on my Amazon wish list. Next drug test that comes into my front door, I'm going over to Twitter, and I will hit the live button on Twitter, and I'll pull my dick out so you could see me pissing into that cup. You ain't gonna play that game with me, bitch. I got no shame.
We know.
Only Bill wants to see that, okay? And
Zero
sorry.
shame.
What he fails to realize is nobody doubted that he peed in the cup. I mean, nobody was doubting
Got a
him.
good dick.
But the fact that his camera went black
That's
while
what
he
every
was
dog in our
trying to
neighborhood's
get
called.
on the
I
result.
had a dog named Bella. She was a bitch too. Just like that bitch that came in my chat.
He was probably sick of being called Bella.
Doing the test live.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, I don't think you were on
this
yesterday when I said this crap.
Every single one of those
Why
people
would
over
he be
there
doing
that
at-home drug
literally
tests for
have gone
probation?
into every area of my life
He's
and all that
not.
shit.
He's testing how long he has to be clean
It's
to piss
fucking
clean.
pathetic that people like believe them. They
Right.
cannot fathom the fact.
I mean, you
that
can go
I
17
started
hours
doing early,
without
like
doing
super early live streams, but they're actually super late for me.
Especially if you flood your system
Because
with
now
water.
I go to bed anywhere from, depending on the day, anywhere from like 4 in the morning to fucking 8 in the morning. That's my bedtime now. And, supposedly I'm on drugs. And yes, follow me on Twitter so you can see this dick. Thank you. Thank you, chicken lady. I love how supportive you are of my penis. I love it.
I don't know what's more pathetic is he thinks he really has people fooled with that Irma side, or he's in
I saying my
his own.
dick threw me off. Oh, so these people think they could just like spread rumors and be
Well,
like,
he's like an
"You're on
OnlyFans
drugs,
dropout. He's
bitch."
just like self-publishing on Twitter.
Do you know who the fuck you fucking with? Do you know who the fuck you fucking with?
Nobody cares. That's
Not
the
to
point.
toot my own horn, but compared to these other fucking creators on here, I'm the most real because I ain't afraid to talk about taking a shit. I ain't afraid to. Either people
real.
are like, "Oh my god, he overshares." How the fuck do I overshare, or how the fuck do I hide shit? Am I secretive if I overshare, especially fucked up things that I've said or done? Don't you
Or
think
that
I go on
mommy
a
has
troll
done.
account and talk shit about Natasha's fucking grandma that fucking got hit by a car and died? Don't you think I would do that? No. I can say it right here. It's a shame that Natasha doesn't know how to drive, but I'll say it with my own mouth.
You just did.
You know?
That's funny. You're right. That was funny.
And remarks like that are made because these people don't give a fuck. And what AJ said in her video earlier is fucking spot on. Actually, I'm going to play it. But we're not going to show the video because CJ, she just don't play my content. Fuck you, CJ. That's fair, chicken lady. Oh, you've worked night shifts for years? Yeah, the things that they come up with or assume is pretty comical to me. Apparently, I work at a gym. I don't recall putting in an application at a gym. Did I ever talk about that? I don't think so.
You don't work anywhere.
I would never assume that you work at a
appreciate
gym.
that, Vicky, but hey,
Trust.
no problem, dude.
Too busy with his wish
If I
list
could have
and
pulled my
blowing
dick out
up
on
his
YouTube
brain.
yesterday to show you guys.
He would get fired from a gym for sexual harassment in 1 week.
Oh, okay. Am I faking? All right. Well, guess what? Guess y'all get to see me pissing on Twitter out of my own dick. So brace yourself for that, because it's coming. But I ain't buying the next drug test because Bella still hasn't paid me back. Being a few channels content, a compliment of sorts.
Right,
Absolutely. And you know what Natasha said
He's
earlier?
never been accused of having a job, Bob.
She's like,
That's
I
for
don't
sure.
want to hear them talking. I don't want to hear them. I want nothing to
I'm
do
sure
with
you know
them.
what I said.
I don't watch them. That's all Natasha does. And okay, so if that's all she does while she's on here, can you imagine how many hours a day she's watching while she's not on here?
None. Because I'm
Be
busy
around.
elsewhere.
That's why we're watching it on here
I'm
together.
telling you, and I've said this about Natasha repeatedly. All you have to do is pay attention to her actions. Listening
Just
to her
like
word
mother.
is bullshit because she contradicts herself.
Just like mother
She's
does.
literally streaming my live stream and Nikki's, but at the same time saying, I don't care about them. I don't want to hear them speak.
How do you stream Robbie
We
and
don't
hers?
Then you
care.
should
We
stop
laugh.
torturing yourself because that's all you fucking do. And I also have
What about this do they not understand? Do they really think that we listen to this shit because we're interested in what they're saying?
Yeah, they don't understand.
I can't understand.
No.
I cannot understand this. We literally listen to them because they're a fucking joke.
And it makes making
Summer,
comebacks easy.
I wasn't friends with all of these people. I was not friends with these people. I was friends. Well, I was Robbie's friend. These other two skankalanks, no.
They're absolute train wrecks. So they don't understand this is why we watch them for entertainment because it's
I was just
we
gonna
like to make
say,
fun.
when the circus shows up next door in the park for free,
I mean,
you look out your fucking window.
It's
Like
their,
a train
yeah.
wreck, you know, that you can't, or a car accident that you're witnessing. You can't turn your head away.
Yeah, and they know that because they sat there and watched Jamie restreaming Coach Eli all the time, and he literally openly referred to him as the Lao cow, and that's what these folks are, and they don't want to fucking accept that they're Lao cows. We sit and milk this shit for laughter because it's so incredulous. It's just fucking insanely easy to laugh at.
I can promise them they're a legend in their own minds, nobody else's. I mean, nobody gives a
I mean, a woman pretends to have discovered that people get married so that they can get a visa into the other country, and she's in her 60s. Wow. Yeah. The homeschool called and they want their diploma back.
She also has cans of tuna thrown at her.
Yeah, but by her children. By her children at that. Drive-by tuna throwing.
Right. And Robbie is literally, I mean, call it what you want. He's a walking mommy issue. And of course, Bill and Siren both are in love with you, especially Bill. Bill's probably the one you should really be worried about watching your every single second because you obviously know Siren's going to be doing that anyway. But yeah, the mommy issues are just like really, really starting to show. He never says, like he rarely says a thing about me. and about Jax. He knows he doesn't focus in. He only focuses in so that he can use the word she. He can say how poorly they mother, what a poor parent they are, and how they don't live up to what they promised. And then all woven throughout those accusations are him as somehow a victim in all of these accusations. Hello, Dr. Freud. Here is patient zero.
That's deep.
Yeah.
I'm telling y'all, this is just crazy. But
Well
I'm gonna
said.
stop this. I'm gonna stop this right here because I have got to go to TikTok. I've got a battle at 8:00, and I've got to go.
Yeah, we got some stuff to do too. We got to roll.
I've got to get everybody in there for that. So I'll pick this up where we're stopping when I get back over here in a little bit.
Right on.
Thank you everybody for watching, and y'all come over to TikTok if you don't have nothing else to do. I've got a battle with a guy that's ex-military from Virginia in 15 minutes.
Right.
I'll be there.
All right. See y'all.
Yeah,
Bye everybody.
bye.